DIY confidence. So what if you could trigger an instant flood of confidence at the exact moment you need it the most? So think of confidence as being a state you can achieve whenever you choose to. NLP anchoring, and by NLP I mean neuro-linguistic programming. So NLP anchoring is a technique used to trigger a specific positive emotional state on demand. We all have natural anchors. So imagine walking into a shopping centre and your favourite song comes on, makes you feel happy. That's a natural anchor. You can set an NLP anchor by deliberate touch, such as placing your thumb and your finger together. So again, think of confidence as a physical state. You can consciously choose, and you can consciously achieve this whenever you want to. Neuro-linguistic programming is called an anchor. So that's what we're doing, we're setting an anchor. It's a powerful technique used to trigger a specific positive, because we're only going with positive, none of this toxic positivity by the way, just general positive emotional state, and you're going to do it completely on demand. So I also want to mention a thing called VAGOG, which is a funny thing, isn't it? But it basically means visual, so that's what you see. Auditory is what you hear. Kinaesthetic, what you feel. Olfactory is what you can smell. And gustatory, what you can taste. So you're going to evoke your senses. By the end of this session, you'll understand how to set a simple kinaesthetic anchor. So hello everyone, I'm Fran, I'm your NLP and business coach, and I know that you would like to have confidence at the touch of a magic button. So I'm here to guide you in 3 simple steps. Now I say simple, it gets to become simple, and hopefully you'll start to make sense of this by the end of the session. And right at the end, I'm going to suggest some other positive states for you to choose from. So get ready to take notes, turn ideas into action, and let's ignite our potential together. So the first step is to identify the location of your anchor, because you're going to set a kinaesthetic anchor, just a simple one. So when choosing, I'll call it a physical anchor, just because it's easier for me to say. When choosing a physical anchor, it's best to pick a unique touch or location that's not accidentally triggered, like maybe your elbow or something, would be accidentally. I'm always bumping mine, so by everyday movements. And it's why I've suggested your index finger against your thumb, maybe on your left or your right hand. So you're looking for somewhere where you won't trigger it by accident. So literally for the ease of the training, finger and thumb together. So to lock in your confidence, we need to fully elicit, that means get into a time when you felt incredibly confident. So you choose where you put your anchor. So we're going for thumb and finger, and you're going to elicit a time when you felt really, really confident. So you've got a time, you can remember some when you felt really confident. To lock this in, we're going to go for it now, okay? So think about the time. Think about what you could see, what you could hear, what you could feel in that moment. Maybe you could taste something. Maybe there was something to touch. Turn up the feeling. Turn up the colours. And then hopefully you're not hearing too much traffic noise, because I do live on a busy main road. Again, get into it. Remember a time when you felt really confident. What you could see, what you could hear, what you could feel, and turn it up. Turn up the sound, turn up the colours, turn up the vibrancy of the experience. And yet more cars are going past, so hopefully that's not interrupting this. So remember a time you felt really confident. Turn it up. Turn up the feeling, what you could see, what you could hear, what you could feel. You're feeling really confident. You're really there in that moment. And again, the hazards of living on a main road. Right, we're going to get right into it this time, okay? Step into that moment when you felt really confident. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you feel? Turn up the sounds, turn up the experience, turn up the vibrancy of the colours, what you can see and what you can hear and what you can feel, and you turn it right the way up, right the way up. And when you get there and you can really, really feel yourself in that moment of confidence, press your thumb and your finger together, and then release. That's it. Okay? So you just get into it, trigger your anchor, and then release. You can test this for impact by thinking of a time, and we're not touching trauma here, so just gently think of a time when you didn't feel quite so confident. Maybe you were asked to do some public speaking, maybe you went to a networking group and had to do your elevator pitch, or, whatever it is that you're getting up to, and you didn't feel very confident. So you can embody that time, what you could see and hear and feel around that time when you didn't feel quite so confident. Maybe you thought people were talking about you, or maybe they weren't including you in the conversation, and you're just remembering that time. And then touch your thumb and your finger together. That's your confidence, that's your magic button. Turn that feeling right up. You're in that feeling of confidence, you turn that up, and you've got that instead. Okay? And that's how you test it. And when I mentioned the cars going past, that's what's called a break state. So you get into it and you break the state, and you get into it again, because each time you're stepping into it, you're going to be turning it up more and more and more. Okay? And then your third step is to future pace it. So later today, you're going to remember that you have confidence. You're going to remember that you've got a confidence anchor. You can trigger it whenever you need it. And from this moment on, you can consciously choose to step into that most confident version of yourself, the version that can effortlessly handle any situation that comes your way. At Melancholy Coaching, we share clear, beginner-friendly content, and it's for business training and for self-improvement. It's designed to inspire newcomers, refresh knowledge, and keep you motivated to grow. And here's a little more about positive states. So positive states come in many forms. I'm just going to suggest some for you. So we've got happy, because I mentioned happy earlier, like if you heard a song in a supermarket, was it a supermarket or shopping centre, that was it, that made you feel happy. Maybe it's creative that you want to feel, energised, focused or powerful. And then by choosing a positive state, you can start to understand how to anchor it. So hopefully you've got some value from this, and you now understand how you can use a simple kinesthetic anchor. So you choose where to place it, you choose the state that you want, and you remember a time when you did feel that, because there will be one. You're brainstorming all the evidence, it'll be there somewhere. And you turn it up and up and up, and then think about what you're going to have for dinner. And you turn it up and up and up, and then think about what you're going to have for dessert. You turn it up and up and up and up and up, and then trigger your anchor. And you can test it against a time when you didn't quite feel the state of your choosing. Remember, we're not going near trauma here. This is just all light and gentle. I'm filming this in July, so this is going out in July in the UK, and it's the height of the heat wave at the moment. So, and also I'm doing my best here with the backdrop and everything. In my previous video, which was DIY values, I did explain that myself and Evan, who's my partner in life and business, that we've got just some personal things that we're dealing with at the moment, and we're going to get back to our other style of videos as well, to add on to these, which were the training ones. So just bear with us, okay? Thank you very much, and have a lovely day.